You know, some stories don't just scare you. They're like these perfectly engineered machines built for one purpose: terror. So today, we're going to pop the hood on one of them. We're going to take it apart piece by piece and figure out why it works so well. And it all starts with just one sentence. Seriously, this single line drops us right into it and lays the entire foundation for the horror to come. It's not just an opening line, you guys. It's this incredibly precise setup that gives us the three key ingredients we're about to dig into. All right, so let's dive into that first part. This is all about the setup. It's about building this little bubble of safety just so the story can show us how easily it can be popped. Okay, look at these elements. Nothing here is an accident. The time, 2:17 a.m. That's not just late, right? That's the dead of night, the witching hour when you feel totally alone. The place, his own quiet house. That's not just a setting, it's his sanctuary, his fortress. And then there's Ahmed. He's not just some guy, he's recently bereaved, which means he's already vulnerable. Every single choice here is designed to maximize that sense of unease. And this gets to a fundamental truth about horror, doesn't it? The best scares, the ones that really stick with you, they don't happen in some creepy old castle. Nope, they happen right at home, the one place you're supposed to feel completely safe. When you make the home the target, you're not just scaring a character, you're attacking our most basic sense of security. So, we've got the setup. But now, the threat starts to change. It's not just a simple knock anymore. It evolves into something, well, something way more personal and psychologically messed up. This is where it gets really creepy. And boom, there it is. The story's first big hook. See, this isn't just any ghost. It's a specific one, a deeply personal one. This is what's known as the uncanny familiar, and man, is it a gut punch. The real horror here comes from that clash, that dissonance. A father's voice, right? That should be comforting. That should mean safety. But when you hear it from behind a locked door, on the very day you buried him, that comfort gets twisted into absolute terror. The thing that was familiar is now monstrous. So think about it for a second. Why is a familiar voice so much scarier than a strange one? I mean, a weird monster, that's one thing. You can fight it, you can try to run. But when something you love, something you trust, becomes the source of your fear, well, that doesn't just threaten you physically, it shatters your whole sense of reality. Okay, so the psychological trap is officially set, and now the author just starts turning the screws. We're about to watch a simple, quiet knock escalate into an all-out assault. And this progression of sound, it is not random at all. It's like a perfectly conducted symphony of dread. You start with that soft knock, right? Almost hesitant. Then the whisper, that's the personal hook. Then it gets louder, more urgent, more demanding. And finally, it's just pure violence against the door. This isn't just noise. It's a direct reflection of Ahmed's, and let's be honest, our rising panic. And here's the crazy part. The door is still locked. It's holding. But it doesn't matter. The psychological siege is working. The physical danger might be outside, but mentally, the walls have already been breached. Ahmed is now a prisoner in his own house. So the tension is just unbearable, right? It's at its absolute peak. And then the story does something brilliant. It pulls the rug right out from under us. The game is about to change completely. What we're seeing here is a total flip, a complete reversal. We've been so focused on this loud, violent threat outside, behind a door. But now, the story pivots. The threat is now silent. It's unseen. It's inside. And there's no barrier at all. It's classic, brilliant misdirection. And this is the moment. This is when all the rules we thought we knew get thrown out the window. Suddenly, the silence is so much more terrifying than all that banging, because the very space he thought he was protecting, that safe room, it's now the source of the danger. Which brings us to the final act, the big reveal. And this isn't just some cheap jump scare. Oh no, this is the confirmation of our absolute worst fear. It's the whole point of this terrifying little lesson in horror. That one line, wow, that's the kill shot. It reframes everything. All that noise at the door, that was just a distraction. The monster wasn't trying to get in, it was already there. It's been in the house with him this whole time. So when you break it down, this whole scare is basically a recipe, right? It's a combination of 4 really powerful ingredients: You exploit a safe space. You use the uncanny familiar to turn love into terror. You manipulate the senses with sound and then silence. And then, for the final twist, you reveal that we were all looking in the wrong direction. It's genius. And that's the horror that lingers long after the story is over. It's not really about a ghost, is it? It's about the absolutely terrifying idea that our feeling of safety is just an illusion. It leaves you with one simple, chilling question to chew on. If the safest place you know can be turned against you, where is truly safe?